It's 13th of August 2024, and I'm going to talk to Juwon, who is from Nigeria but who is in school in England. So let's start, and you can tell us where you were born, what your family life was like, if they were interested in fungi, or where you got interested in fungi, and how you got to England to school, and just about that, and then we can go to your research.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you very much, and I'm pleased to be here as well. I am Afolayan Juwon Samuel from Kwara State, North Central State in Nigeria. So I was born in a small village in the state, and I had the privilege of going around in the village. Like we have little bits of gardens, bushes, and all. So during this my exploration, I take a lot of pictures. I see different species of fungi, and unknown to me, I was doing this innocently as a child, but then I kind of find interest taking pictures of some of these, and that was how I developed passion for fungi. And after my master's degree, still within the state in the Kwara State in Nigeria, I got a Vice Chancellor funded scholarship to come to the UK. And I was supported by my family throughout my study. I am from a family of six, two boys, two girls as children, and my dad and my mom both still alive. It's economically we kind of doing well, and they were very great in supporting me to start my PhD at Nottingham Trent University in the UK. And so far, it's been a fantastic experience.
Right. So do you work in a department? What kind of department in the university? Is it material science or biology or?
The interesting thing about the structure of Nottingham Trent University is that we have a couple of departments at the Erasmus Darwin Sustainability and Complex. That includes chemistry, forensics, and a couple of people that work on materials. So that is where my lab is based. It's biomedical interfaces, led by distinguished Professor Carol Perry.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. So then, as a child, I do not remember ever seeing a mushroom. So you must have been a lot more observant than I was. And I think back on it, I don't know how I missed, wondering what that was, but just nothing about fungi at all. So I came to fungi very late, but you were early. So your research that you're doing, tell us how you do work with fungi now, because to me it seems a little bit different from out observing mushrooms.
Yeah, it's more of on applied mycology, and what we do is we work with mycelia-based composites. Ordinarily, when we get the mycelia from the strain of the fungi that we're working with, then we couple that with some selected class of nanomaterials, which will add additional function to the mycelia that we have. The nanomaterials on their own, they have the function that we want, but by integrating them into the mycelia, then they are able to form composites of the mycelia that now have these properties. And some of these properties include metal bioremediation, UV protection, and multifunctional hydrophobic scaffold that can be used as water repellent.
So is it one particular fungus?
Currently, we have an array of fungi in the lab, like the Aspergillus niger, Aspergillus nidulans, Mycology, Rhizopus rhizae, and Botrytis, Schizophyllum, and a couple of other strains that we work with in the lab.
So both Basidiomycetes and Ascomycetes.
That's very correct.
Yeah, and could you use yeast, or is it the wall part of the fungus that's of interest to you, the cell wall, or?
We are more interested in the molecular properties of the fungi and how the possibility of tuning them to get the desired properties. So irrespective of the strain that we have, when we subject them to nutrient modification, either by altering their nitrogen or carbon source, we want to be able to get the desired property out of them, maybe by stimulating them to produce more hydrophobins, or by checking the cell wall structure if they are capable of integrating our nanomaterials on their surface.
Have you tried other fungi like some of the mucorales or mucors and rhizopus? Do those work too, or?
Yeah, we tried some fungi for some certain applications, and we realized that there are unique preferences. For example, the Aspergillus niger is able to naturally integrate gold nanomaterials on its surface without the use of any chemicals. But then the mucorales won't do that. They are quite more sensitive to the presence of these nanomaterials. So we tried this variation in the different strains that we have in the lab, and we've established the differences.
Oh, okay, that's really interesting then.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I guess for years people have used cell wall characters as being of taxonomic importance, which I'm interested in distinguishing fungi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your brothers and sisters doing? Are any of them following in your footsteps with fungi?
Luckily, I am from a family where we have diverse area of interest.
Okay.
I've got a sister who is into the medical field. She's a nurse. My elder sister is into counseling. She's an education counselor. And my elder brother is into hydrology, all based in Nigeria.
Yeah. So everybody's well educated in your family. It's
Yeah,
nice.
so far, like on average, we are doing well academically.
Yeah. Yeah. So anything else you want to tell us about your schooling in Nigeria before you went to England? Or?
Yeah, I came from a very supportive university, that is Kwara State University, and I worked with an excellent class of faculties, professors. Notably, I want to significantly mention Professor Temilade, and who is currently the Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Technology in Akure. She was very, very helpful, and Professor Emmanuel Ajani as well. They are like parents to every one of us. They were more interested in our collective success in life other than just producing results within the walls of the university. And that really helped myself and my friends. And I think that's basically one of the characteristics of almost all of the universities in Nigeria, and that is why we see a lot of young Nigerians excelling across the world today.
Yeah. So when you finish, what do you expect to do when you finish your studies in England?
Yeah, this is a question that is very interesting to me, and I think I have kind of answered this question sometimes. The first thing I used to say is I first want to stay alive as much as I can, and after that, yeah, I could consider opportunities that come either academic in terms of a postdoctoral fellowship, or because my work is also aligned with biotechnology, I could take industrial positions as well.
That's good. Then you're flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else?
Yeah, generally I would say maybe to talk about the Congress so far.
Yes.
It's been a very interesting one, starting from the young professional workshop that we had with Professor Neil from University of Exeter. It was an excellent teaching. All of the sessions that I've been part of was fantastic. And the poster presentation yesterday was an excellent experience to interact with people. And the BMS session that we had yesterday as well.
That's where we met.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting one. And yeah, so far the organization was perfect, and the experience, even from the people I've interacted with, they kind of all enjoying it, having a nice time. And even the people at the registration stand as well, they've all been helpful, and yeah, coming here again has been an interesting experience for me.
Yeah. Well, last night I enjoyed going to the British Mycological Society social. So you're a member. It was for members of the society.
Yeah.
Do you belong to other scientific organizations?
Yeah, I'm a member of the Royal Society of Chemistry as well, an associate member. But then I joined the British Mycological Society last year. I was part of the BMS conference at Newcastle, where I had the opportunity to present my poster on some of the works from my PhD.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is that I won an award in that Congress. Yeah, and it's actually my first in my PhD, even though I've later won some others. But yeah, it's a remarkable phase of my academic journey.
So was the award for the research? Was it a poster or a presentation?
Yeah, I had an oral presentation, and it was an award for the best talk category, but then I came as the first runner-up in the award.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you
Nice.
very much.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that. And we'll have to see if we can get you into the Mycological Society of America, which is my favorite society.
Yeah, I checked with the stand yesterday, even though I was rushing to catch with my poster presentation, but definitely would be something I would like to be part of because the organization there is, it gives a bigger platform and an avenue to also connect with what is done outside of Europe as well.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, thank you so much for talking to us.
It's a pleasure being here with
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much.